So, just a quick update about what we did in the last video, because y'all skipped it, or y'all just watching it right now. But anyways, what we did in the last video was we start up our server so that whenever we click run, if the server starts running, and when we click stop running, the server stops, which is very important because what that does is allow somebody to stop the server and blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. Alright, just gonna show y'all how it works and how it looks. And for it to just start exclusive. My bad. Yes, interesting. Alright, if you were just to run our program, right? Let's wait for it to load. Alright. Oh my bad, I got the fan on in the background. But so if the server is not running like it's supposed to say, and if we click here, it says starting server started, and then we go down to our IP address, it should say your Flask app is working correctly. Now if we were to go right here, stop server, Google should have a problem locating our IP address saying, oh, the site cannot be reached, blah 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 blah, means our program is working correctly. Now let's just stop it. Alright, good. But next time we do not want to stop like this. Next time we want to hit the escape and stuff like that. So next, what do we have to do? Next, we have to start working on our. Next, we have to start working on our client's application. And to do that, let me just. Okay. Oof. Alright, so let's just go right over here. Click, click, and click. But before we start working on our client's application, there's one important thing that we have to do. And what is important that we have to do? We need to create a check signal, right? What is a check signal? I'm glad that y'all asked. So basically, what we do is we have our app.routes check, and methods, my bad, methods equals to get. Okay. Alright. And under this, what we're going to tell it to do is def check is we want to just return a JSON file. My bad, we did not import. Give me 1 second. Okay, server. It's loading. Just give it 1 second. Alright. And then we'll just say open. Okay. Let's bring this over here. Okay, and what we want to do is in this Flask, we also need to say JSON file and requests. Yep. And down here, what we want to do is okay, so read, and we'll say equals to and we'll say alive equals to true. That's what we're doing. Return JSON 5 read. And what this does is when we go to our client, right, and we create our client application, what this will say is it's going to send a request to it saying, are you alive? Are you working? And if this is true, we were going to send it back saying, yes, we are alive, yes, we are working, and then it would save that to his IP address. Do y'all get it? Good. Okay. Hopefully y'all do. Let's start, and we go to client. And let's just remove stuff that we do not need, like this and like this. Now let's just check if we have properly python.exe because we want to make sure we properly import a request, because that's going to be what basically our program is going to be, because the server is a python.exe pip install requests, because our server is basically going to be a REST Flask API. Requirements already met, blah blah blah, so we properly import a request. Okay, so now let's create our first screen. And to do that, let me just go down to this class, get IP, and we'll give it a class of screen, and then manager equals to none, and then def init equals to self and args. Self init equals to self.args, and we'll just initialize it right here. Dot init self name and equals to get IP. Pretty simple. And def on pre enter self args, and here we want to say, what do we want to say? We want to say self dot add widget self dot store not stores GTIP with a, and then self dot def on leave self dot orgs. I keep saying dot when I mean comma. Hopefully y'all notice and not actually putting dot. Self dot remove widget, and what we want to do is remove self dot main. Okay, and then next def, and this is going to be how we're going to load the screen. How are we going to load the screen? We're going to call it get IP with a self argument, and give it a args argument, and then right here where it says return self.main, because that will allow us to delete this, but whatever. Okay, so we have that. Now we need to load our screen. Our screen is going to be pretty common. We just going to say input IP blah 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 blah, and we can basically use our login screen. Well, the login screen I made before, and let me just press copy paste. But there is a few things that we will have to change. Main, log into investing and trading. To get to investing and trading, yep. Username, no, we do not need that. Log into an IP to get investing and trading. Label host name. Check. We will delete this, and we are going to delete. Wait. I'm trying to see what we are going to have to delete. Password. Okay. Alright. Host name, blah 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 blah, text input, and we're going to call this host name. Host name. Good. Let's just say host name. Here. Host name. No password. And we will delete you too. Host name, add widget host name. Pretty simple. So for this host name, we're going to call this self.hostname for some important reasons. Self.hostname, and then right here we are going to call self.check. Alright. Okay, and then self.main equals to main, and we shall return self.main. My bad. And right here, when we want to check it, what we have to do is def check self args, and what we're going to do is we are going to use our request. So we will say does exist equals to request dot get, and then we'll use self dot hostname dot text plus plus that sign check, because you remember we did this check right here. Oh, we also have to do HTTP. Almost forgot. Plus HTTP // and then IP address of 5,000, an IP address of 5,000, IP address of 5,000 exactly, with an IP address of 1, 2, 3, with a ports number of 5,000, and check. And then we will say if does exist, exist.json, and what we want to do is live. We want to go to manage self dot manager equals to login. So now what we are doing is we checked if the server is alive, and if it is alive means oh we can do it, then we change to the login screen, so then the user can now log into that server's IP. Hopefully that makes sense. I try my best to explain it. So now we've done that, we now need to save. Let's create a quick class called user, and we're just going to call it IP equals to none. And then before we change it, what we're going to do is say user dot IP equals to self dot hostname name dot text. That's the user IP. Pretty simple, pretty easy. See that? And if else, what we want to do is then say, oh, we did a mistake. Let's do it for a quick change. So now what we're going to do is say self.hostname. If self.hostname equals to 3, means the user did not fill out the form. Please fill out the form, and yep. And then for this we'll do this, and then we'll just put it in here. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Alright. Incorrect host name. Host name. Host might not be live. Be running. Okay? Self.login alive. Close false login. Server connect error. Alright. So now let's try it. Okay, this is our server. Let's run it. But before we run this, what is this? Climb.py. Before we run this, what I want to do is print does exist dot JSON dot alive. So that way we can see it for ourselves in case it is our problem. Server is running, and then for this, let's run this and wait for it to load. Oh, my bad. I didn't even notice. There was one problem. We did create the screen properly. It was just we didn't initialize it or anything. So let's just say screen manager equals to screen manager with the parentheses sm.title equals to invest it, and then users, we're going to initialize users, user right here, and then get IP. Wait, no. What was it? sm.add widget equals to get IP. I already initialized the name right there, so we do not have to do it. We just have to put get IP, and yeah. So, and then we say get IP dot manager equals to SM. And then now we go to class, traded app, and then we say dev build self window. Okay, let's just run this. If y'all are running, those are two different programs, but they just have the same thing, which is name thread is not defined, client thread. Where is that? Where is that? User the active equals to false, thread. Yeah, you're useless. Get better. It should work now. See, it says host name and then log in to get IP. So now let's pull up the screen. So right here it says IP equals to 10.0.0.154, and then we will just log in method object. Excuse me. But right here, if y'all notice right here, it shows it. So what was this problem? Oh, yikers. The problem was how we put it. It was supposed to be this, but we put it somewhere else. Alright. I did accidentally. Okay, so let's run it again. And I'm going to say 10.2.0.154 and then log in. True. It prints true, saying since it prints true, it means that the IP does exist. And right here, when we said self.manager equals to log. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Manager.current. I forgot the current part. But it's going to give us an error. I'm just going to say that. It is going to give us an error. The reason that is because we did not have a current screen called login, so of course it's going to give us an error. So don't get scared if you get an error. So now we can just type in 10.0.0.154 and see, no screen name login, and everything worked properly. And let's just close this. Okay, boom, bang, done. Okay, that's the first part. The next part is we are going to build. Wait, no, I forgot the time. Dang it, what time is it? So yeah, that's all for now. Next, we are going to build the login screen. And when we build the login screen, we're going to try and build another screen. And that screen is going to be the profile screen where the user can see their profile from top to bottom. I'll see y'all later. Peace.